It looks like Brie Larson may have actually come to the realization that so many of us have been talking about for a long time, that nobody wants her as Captain Marvel, and they don't want to see her anymore. Captain Marvel was undoubtedly a turning point for the Marvel Cinematic Universe when they decided to sandwich this movie in between Infinity War and Endgame and pretend like it was so important to everything. You have to go see this movie to understand what happens in Endgame. To have an unlikable female protagonist who's so good at everything, and really the only journey she goes on is to realize that she always was the best and just needs to ignore all of the men. And of course you have the actress Brie Larson herself, someone who very quickly turned off a large segment of the fan base by her willingness to speak out against the fans, by saying we need far less white men reviewing these movies because guess what? They're just not made for you. All of that combined for a very divisive movie that did make a lot of money because they sold it as it was so necessary for the build-up to Endgame. However, it fell flat with the audience. And since then, we haven't seen a ton of Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. And now she's admitting that she doesn't even know when the next time she's really going to play her is. Do they even want me to play this character? Listen to this honesty. Now, I think people are going to play it off as though she's joking. Look at Brie Larson's face and tell me if you think that this is actually her joking or if this is like legitimate bitterness coming through over this. This is on at D23 Expo where we're going to talk about what she introduced for the Marvels, but listen to Brie Larson.
How long will you play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
Don't be so modest.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
Look at these eyes when she says that. Look at these eyes when she says that. This is legitimate what she's saying. I don't know, does anybody want me to play her anymore? Even in this, she's showing an utter disgust for the fans. Now, of course, the fans rejected her, so maybe she should be upset a little bit, but the reason they rejected her is because she acted like such a bitch through the entire lead up to Captain Marvel, and of course, afterwards as well. We saw the Jimmy Kimmel, hosting where they tried to repair her image. We've seen the YouTube channel she's tried to put out there to repair her image, but listen to this. This seems like it's genuine coming from her.
How long will you play Captain Marvel for?
I don't know. Does anyone want me to do it again?
Don't be so modest.
I don't know. I really don't know. I don't have the answer to that.
Now, that could be because now Marvel's hesitant to use her in anything. We know that the movie she introduced at D23, The Marvels, was not originally supposed to be The Marvels. It was supposed to be Captain Marvel 2. But all that changed when everyone realized how unlikable Brie Larson was, what a poison she was to anything that she was involved in. Of course, they put her in the end credit scenes for Miss Marvel, which the directors didn't even know they were going to do that in this series, but that's what they did. And now this is going to be Monica Rambeau, Captain Marvel, and Miss Marvel in The Marvels. The Marvels shows first footage with Brie Larson, Teyonah Parris, Iman Vellani at D23. Now, this trailer is not out there yet. They didn't release it to the public. I'm sure within the next couple days it will be out there, but Brie Larson is the one who introduced this entire thing to the fans at D23. Listening to Brie Larson, give this statement, I don't know when I'm going to play it again. Disney hasn't talked to me. Marvel hasn't talked to me about when I'm going to play this character again. Does anyone even want me? Meaning not only the fans, but also the people at Marvel. That sounds like what she's saying right here. This may finally be the moment where Brie Larson realizes just how badly she's misstepped, just how badly she's turned people off to not only her, but her character. So much so that at D23, this is what it looked like. This is the room that you could go and hear Brie Larson speak and meet Brie Larson. You want to know how crowded it was, how many people were there? What is this, like 30 people sitting cross-legged on the ground? Disney adults sitting cross-legged on the ground waiting for Brie Larson. This is it. This is 2 minutes before Brie Larson was scheduled to go there. There is no demand for Brie Larson. And if Brie Larson hadn't been doubling and tripling down on this type of rhetoric and things like that over the past 3 years, then maybe people would feel a little bit of sympathy for her in a situation like this. At the end of the day, it's not surprising that no one's begging for more Captain Marvel because nobody wanted it in the first place. They shoved it in. They tricked people to go see it. They retconned a bunch of things to make her super important to what the Avengers were doing. And at the end of the day, I think you can clearly see that was a turning point for the Marvel Cinematic Universe, where it seemed like they were less prioritizing entertainment and more prioritizing virtue signaling, identity politics. That's what they were doing with Captain Marvel. It's one of the reasons it was so divisive, and it's one of the reasons why people can't stand Brie Larson. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.